Hey guys, it's Rick with BamAquatics here with another video for you guys. So some of you know that I feed my fish with a variety of different foods. I use flake foods, I use some pellets, I use some crisps that I crumble up in the tank. I use some frozen food, I use some frozen bloodworms, some frozen brine shrimp, some frozen freshwater medley I think it's called. So I use those, but then I wanted to add a variety of food to what I feed. So I decided I'm going to try some microworms. So what I did is I ordered some microworms from Dan's Fish and got them in the other day. I'm going to show you how to start up a microworm culture. So I'm going to do this the way Dan's Fish does it, Dan with Dan's Fish. And going to try it that way. He uses something a little bit different. A lot of people use oatmeal. He uses Rice Krispies. Some people use potato flakes, instant potato flakes. So I'm going to try it with the Rice Krispies the way Dan does with some yeast, and we'll see how that works. So we're going to show you how to get started, what you need to get this set up, and to get this going. So we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so in order to complete this project, what we're going to need is some Rice Krispies, or Rice Crispers in my case. We're going to need some yeast. This is just some regular baker's yeast, which will work fine. I think brewer's yeast would be fine, just any kind of yeast, but this is the baker's yeast that I got. You're going to need a couple of containers. These are just some I picked up. One thing to remember is you're going to need to have some holes in the lid. I just put some tiny little holes in the lid to let some air get in. And you're going to need some water. So we've got everything we need. And you're going to need your starter culture. He shipped mine in here in this little bag right here on this newspaper because he packed it in with some other stuff. So we're going to squeeze this out, as he called, like sort of like cake frosting. So anyway, if this was smell-o-vision, this doesn't smell all that great. So it is a live worm culture, so it's not supposed to smell great, but and it is a breather bag. So anyway, we're gonna get this started. We're gonna start with the Rice Krispies. So we put about 1 inch in the bottom or so. So something about like that. Put that in both here. We're going to start 2 cultures. So about 1 inch or so for Rice Krispies. And then just enough water to kind of moisten them to where they're moist but not like runny. So kind of mix them up a little bit. I'm using my hand. You can do that, or you could use a spoon, would probably be easier, but since I didn't bring a spoon in, I'm going to use my hands. You hear those popping a little bit. I think I need a little more water. It's not quite enough. Let's stir this one up now and see what we get. Rice Krispies going at it. Snap, crackle, and pop. You get too much water, it's no big deal. You can add a little bit more Rice Krispies if you don't have enough water. Of course, you can add some more water. I got a little bit more in this one than I did the other one. So I think this is probably pretty good. Let's try this one up a little bit more. I think when I added it, I think I actually have a little too much water in this one now. So let's see. No, I think that's probably okay. So then you want to sprinkle the yeast on there. Dan uses a pretty good amount of yeast. So I'm going to sort of do the same thing. And he just kind of sprinkles it out of the jar here. So just light coating across the top. Another light coating across the top. I noticed he mixed it up in one of his videos, so I'm going to mix it up and see how that works. I just mixed it up and Pretty good consistency to where it just barely will move when you turn it. Nice and moist here. I'm going to mix this one up the same way. Just mix it up like that, kind of level it out. I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit more on top. So this time just a little bit, so I'm going to try to be careful. Comes out pretty quick, so just a little bit more on top. Same thing with this one, just a little bit more on top. Okay. Now comes the fun part with the getting the worms in there, or the starter culture. So I'm just going to cut this bag away here, basically along the outside of where the tape is. So basically I've got my bag here now. So I'm just going to cut the corner off the bag. I'm going to squeeze this out into there. It's about half and half. Okay, got most of it out there. So as you can see, I just put it in the culture there. A little bit on the side. That's a Rice Krispie. We'll put it in there. I'm gonna wipe that down a little bit. And checky. That's what we have right there. So then we just put the lid on it. We're gonna set it aside. We're gonna wait a couple of days, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna see what it looks like. So that's how you start a culture. So we'll see how this goes. So stay tuned. And here we are after a few days. As you can see, the microworms are moving around there. See, they're all alive. For several days I was worried, afraid maybe the culture had crashed or it didn't make it. But as you can see, the microworms are doing well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to feed them to a tank. I'm going to show you how the fish love them. Be right back. As you can see, they love them. This is primarily going to be a food that I'm going to use to feed to some fry that are a lot smaller than these guys. I've got some killifish and other that are going to have some really small fry, and so I'm going to use this to mostly feed them. But I just want to show you how the culture worked, how you set it up, and how the fish love it. So these are the American greens that I have. So I was going to give them a little treat tonight. So as you can see, they love it. They're looking for more. So we're going to go ahead and feed them their regular food now. But just wanted to show you how they love the microworms. Alright, there you have it. That's how you do it. It's pretty simple to set up that culture. Just have to have all the ingredients you need. Go ahead and divide that stuff out. Be sure you get the Rice Krispies wet, but not where they're runny. And don't forget to add in some flakes as you go along after a couple of days to make sure it doesn't get too runny so it won't spoil on you. I'm new to this, but this is information I got from others that I think is a good thing. So we'll come back later and we'll take a look at the culture and how it's going in another video. But for now, if you hadn't already, go down below and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell. That way, anytime we upload a video, you'll be notified. So come on back here next time and share another video with me here from good old Bama.